What's up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Thursday. I wanted to certainly get into XRP price, what we've been watching and why we've been watching it on this channel. And, I think you all know that XRP rose in price today. I also wanted to get in to a little bit of Bitcoin price action, what it is doing. And I wanted to first and foremost touch base on Brad Garlinghouse's tweets that I just saw when I got home today. So I'm going to go through these, maybe touch base just a little bit. Now, he starts by saying he's not going to litigate the SEC's unproven allegations on Twitter. And as you can imagine, there are new considerations to what you can/should be publicly saying after the litigation process starts. However, Brad would like to address 5 key questions that he has seen. This is one of 10. Number one, why didn't why didn't Ripple settle with the SEC? He's stating that he cannot get into specifics, but that Ripple tried, and they will continue to try with the new administration to resolve this in a way so that the XRP community can continue innovating. Consumers are protected and orderly markets are preserved. Next one, did you pay exchanges to list XRP? When will it be relisted? Question mark. Brad responds, XRP is one of the most liquid top 3 to 5 digital assets globally, and 95% is traded outside of the United States. Ripple has no control over where XRP is listed, who owns it, etc. It is open source and decentralized, which is interesting. If you actually read through the entire SEC document, there's an email that essentially leads you to believe that Ripple was paying some of these exchanges to list XRP. So I'm curious to see what factually comes out of this. We've heard what Brad's side is. We've heard what the the SEC's side is as well. All right, next one. Actually, this is a continuation. Delisting and halting of XRP trading or from the actual exchange are 2 separate things. Most exchanges are halting trading, with 8 different government agencies, each with their own and sometimes opposing views of crypto. United States market participants are facing conflicting policies, and it's no surprise that some of these exchanges are acting conservatively. All right, we've moved from lack of regulatory clarity to regulatory chaos in the United States. This is why regulation by enforcement is such bad public policy. With the new administration, we expect the DCEA to be reintroduced. Common sense legislation providing clarity to the entire industry. Moving on. When are you responding to the SEC, and why are you silent? That's a question to Brad and, to Ripple. The legal process can be slow. This is from Brad. Things may seem quiet, but there is plenty happening behind the scenes, and I'm sure that that's the case. We will be filing our initial response within weeks. Legal Eagle Stuart Alderati shares more. This is Stuart Alderati. I will go over that in a second. Okay. Do investors have faith in Ripple? Yes, we have real shareholders, and this is alluding to the investors, essentially. I believe this is alluding to the XRP investors having faith in Ripple for, basically getting into a profit contract, which we've stated that before. I mean, multiple thousands of people in the community stated, holding XRP does not entitle us to shares of Ripple, the company. I'm sure some people may feel that way. It is what it is. This is just going to be shaken out. Do investors have faith in Ripple? Yes, we have real shareholders. That is how you own Ripple equity. Buying our stock, not buying XRP. We are disappointed that Tetragon, if you're not aware, Tetragon was one of the lead Series C funders of Ripple, who owns 1.5% of Ripple, is seeking to unfairly advantage itself through the SEC's allegations. Did you pay customers to utilize XRP? We have provided some customers, especially first movers, with incentives to utilize ODL, on-demand liquidity. This is building a payments network 101, so basic, right? And totally lawful. Every payments network, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, etc., has or still uses incentives. We built a product that is the first of its kind. Integrating new infrastructure comes with costs. ODL with XRP solves real problems with cost, speed, and settlement, and that's proven to the tune of billions of dollars. And that's what I have for you today. No one is being silent, nor will we give up this fight. We are on the right side of the facts and of history, and look forward to our day in court, as well as engaging with the new SEC leadership once appointed. We'll go over the Stuart Alderati right here. To all asking for updates on the SEC lawsuit, no surprise to the legal process takes time. We may be quiet, but we are not idle. Our full legal team will announce themselves shortly and will be filing our initial response to the SEC's unproven allegations within weeks. A key point to keep in mind, even the SEC acknowledged that our customers actually utilize XRP to convert fiat currency into XRP, then transfer the XRP to a recipient's jurisdiction and convert the XRP into the fiat currency of that locale in about 90 seconds or less. This is innovation, full stop. It also happens to be the epitome of a convertible virtual currency. So curious to see how this shakes out here, okay? As I said, when news comes out about this, we will certainly be posting it on this channel, and we'll just continue to do so. All right, now, many of you that have been watching my channel as well know that I am not a technical analyst whatsoever, but I have been paying attention. I have not sold. I still hold my XRP, and you know, this is one of the reasons why we've been watching this baseline here. And this thing takes us all the way back to like 2014, okay? We've talked about that on this channel multiple times. We have touches off on this baseline. We did a similar thing here, okay? If I zoom in, no wick or no bodies of these candles, even on the daily, close below this baseline, right? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So about 9 days where we were riding against this base of the trend line after that quote unquote crash. I would prefer to look at the weekly on this. So right now, I mean, we can see it's just paints a better picture of the crash, paints a better picture of where we sat. And the weekly obviously holds more sustenance as far as strength compared to the daily on the charts. And I'm an analyst. That's basic knowledge. And then we see our rise right here, right? And we did something very similar with touching base on this trend line coming down from the top previously, which we dipped below. I think that was also with a wick, and we just did it again here. So I'm curious to see where this goes. Yeah, so I'm glad that I ended up holding XRP. I'm glad that I've continuously watched this bottom trend line here. Obviously, nobody gets 100% of the things right in this space, but some things look to be plain as day. I'm not stating that XRP won't go down further. I'm not saying that it's going to go up, but you know, it was pretty clear, cut and dry what was happening with this. I'm glad that we caught it to an extent. Now, we do know yesterday that we broke $1 trillion in the market cap for crypto, digital assets as a whole, which is a gigantic and monumentous milestone for us, being all in this space. Anybody in this space, not if you're an XRP holder or whatever. If you're in this space, we are legitimately we're making waves and we're making history on a daily basis here. And it's been a long time coming. We dealt with a very long bear market. My one thing that I'm looking at right now, and I've been posting new assets on Patreon. I've been doing that since mid-November. I don't know what I'm going to be doing from the very near term, because I think that we are going to be going parabolic at some point here. Now, if you've just been in this space for the past year or so, you probably are like, while the past month we certainly have gone parabolic. This is not parabolic. I mean, if you were here in late 2017, the very, very beginning of 2018 with the alts, that's parabolic. I'm a little bit concerned about doing that because it usually only ends up one way. But it is what it is. And, you know, that means prices are going to certainly increase even more so and even more drastically. I would still like to see a little bit of a correction, kind of like we saw in July of 2017, where we touched base on the 21 EMA. I don't know if that's going to be the case. The EMAs can't even really catch up with price at this point, but they always do. And we'll see where this goes. I'm looking at potentially, like, so I have a bunch of really small caps even that I'm invested into. Just watching them like a hawk. If they don't move in the way that I want them to move, I will certainly sell even at a little bit of a loss and try to get into something that I think is going to move. And equally watching for a potential correction and the market as a whole that could affect what I personally hold. My long-term bags, which are, you know, a lot of these high cap blue chips, what I would consider, are certainly intact. But I'm also trying to capitalize as much as I possibly can on smaller coins during what's going on right now. And I do not get them all right, but it doesn't take getting them all right to make waves for yourself in this market. It takes getting a couple right, and doing your own due diligence and trying to be at the right place at the right time with just one out of many. So moving forward here, Bitcoin hit $40,000 today for the first time ever, which is just absolutely insane. If you look and there's those curved logarithmic cycle charts that they have for Bitcoin that essentially show you when we're going to go parabolic, show you when we're at the median, show you where we should have resistance during a bull run, et cetera, et cetera. We were supposed to have resistance. And if you don't watch, I actually watch Crypto Crew University. The dude is like fantastic at charting Bitcoin. He's obviously not gotten everything 100% right, but he called essentially the bottom in Bitcoin, whatever. And I certainly know that with a speculative bull run, or anything speculative, Bitcoin is still going to drive the majority of this market. So I pay attention to him. I pay attention, like you guys know, to a lot of different things. I watched his video, I think it was 2 days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, stating that we should have some pretty big resistance at 35, 36K. Also, we know the RSI has been above the 90. I think it's for like 7 weeks now. So we blew past that resistance. These are some of the reasons why I'm getting a little bit concerned that I don't want to say nearing the end of a bull run, because I don't think that we're necessarily nearing the end. But when you see things start going absolutely insane, and it's insane enough right now, and people start shouting off numbers that are crazy high, I don't know. It's always concerning to me. I'm trying to do the opposite of what 99% of the people are doing. But right now, I'm still looking for opportunities, and I'm still personally a buyer right now. I went through and on Patreon posted a handful of assets that have not pumped nearly as hard as the other assets have in the past week. And there's some interesting ones. Just for example, I know many people in the XRP community hold Quant. Quant hasn't done a lot in the past week. So I'm paying attention to Quant because I actually hold Quant as well. Not financial advice whatsoever. But there's other assets out there like that as well. You'd be hard pressed to find them. And you better be making sure that you do your due diligence and know what you're getting into. Know what things are looking like if you're going to get into something. But yeah, I'm looking for opportunities at this point in time, because at this point in time, honestly, there is not a whole lot of utility driving what these prices are doing. It's almost like trying to catch pumps, and that does become dangerous. Like I said, I may try to reevaluate what I'm doing in the very, very short term, maybe the next week or two. And maybe consolidate some positions, but I do not know yet. That's going to be my decision. I will certainly try to share as much as I can on Patreon. $39,577 right now. We see on Forbes how smart contracts bring real-world improvement to post-trade settlement. So more, rhetoric. And last but not least, these are just, if you don't follow Whale Alert on Twitter, an awesome kind of reference point here. You can just see some of the massive moves being made. $5 million worth of Ethereum moved, transferred from unknown wallet to Kraken. I don't know if that's an alt buy or, potentially going to dump on the market, but I doubt that. I bet you it's an alt buy. 705 Bitcoin transferred from Coinbase to unknown wallet. 670. I mean, these are like multiple millions of dollars here that are being moved all across the board. So the whales are out, and they are out in fashion. So I am curious to see where this goes over the upcoming days, because it's certainly going to get interesting. I would like XRP to hold that 30-cent level as support, especially on something like the weekly chart, which closes Sunday. And yeah, I hope it's off to the races for XRP. I hope that the 21 EMA turns back upwards, and I hope that we see some more price movement from XRP and go from there. Last but not least, you guys know that I always talk about HBAR on this channel. HBAR has I got, I actually, this isn't going to be the one. I forget which exchange I had to put up on, but I went into HBAR a little bit with some stellar profits today. Maybe it's hit BTC. Oh yeah, I just had to extend out my my channel here. Because I had lines drawn, like I said, I'm not an analyst whatsoever, but you look for certain trends. And this is on the daily, I think I had it. And, I had this drawn in a way that it looked like we literally were about to break out, but we are still facing major resistance with HBAR. This may be a little bit more extended than I thought it was going to be. HBAR is one of those things that was literally not pumping at all for the past like month, 2 months. We haven't pumped an HBAR since August. But I certainly believe in the tech. If you're not aware, Hashgraph is not Bitcoin. You can watch my video, my interview that I did with Christian Hasker on this. I'm not going to sit there and tell you need to buy HBAR, but it's one of those things similar to what XRP is. The tokenomics may not be the best, but from a long-term standpoint, from a technology standpoint, from an adoption standpoint, and from a partnership standpoint, they have quite a few interesting and very, very high-powered partners, and not even just partners. Essentially, these companies and institutions govern the network, and they've got many law firms that are governing this network. So it's crazy. I don't know. Maybe that token rollout is due to some sort of regulation or whatever that they were given, or some sort of insight that they were given. I don't know. It is what it is. This is a long-term bag for me. It is what it is. I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. I really want to see an actual legal response from Ripple's lawyers to the SEC come out over the next couple of weeks here, and I'm sure that we'll certainly see that. And just trying to kind of keep a level head and pay attention to everything in this space at this point in time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you tomorrow if there was news to present. Later.